Hello! Today we are reading John 4, yes I know, 45 through 46. This is the Interliner Bible, which means it is the closest translation to the original Greek and the original Hebrew, which is why I love it so much. When, therefore, he came into Galilee, received him the Galileans, all things having seen which he did in Jerusalem during the feast. Also they forwent to the feast. Came therefore Jesus again to Cana of Galilee, where he made the water wine. And there was a certain court official, whose the son was sick in Capernaum. Galileans received him. It was because the miracles Jesus performed at the Passover, see 2:23, were proud. They were proud that one of their own had gained such popularity. Galileans were usually treated as inferior citizens by a religious community of Judea, but the Galileans did not receive him because of their faith in him as the Savior. Their reception was because of his miracles and popularity, not because of his teaching. We should note that many levels of society Jesus touched from the first chapter of this gospel to this point. Jesus won the peasant workers from Galilee, 1:29 to 51. He ministered to the wedding guests, chapter 2. A ruler of the Pharisees by the name of Nicodemus came to him in chapter 3. The Samaritan harlot became a soul winner, chapter 4. And now the royal officer came to seek healing for his son. Cana is referred to 4 times in the New Testament, as each time in John, twice in chapter 2, here in 21-2. This was the second time Jesus visited Cana. There was a certain nobleman, indicates the man was connected to King Herod, the Tetrarch of Galilee, either by birth or by office. One's bloodline often procured a man his military or civil office. Therefore, both are likely. Compare Luke 8:3 to Acts 13:1. The man's court was probably at Tiberias, on the western shore of that Sea of Galilee. The reference to the Capernaum reminds us that Jesus had made the city his headquarters. Matthew 4:13, Luke 4:31. Capernaum was located in the northwest shore of the lake, about 12 miles from Cana. Sick, esthenenai, is an imperfect tense verb, meaning he was in condition of weakness, feebleness, frailness, and sickness. This verb occurs 8 times in John. John uses the noun twice. It is the word describing Lazarus' sickness. The nobleman, he believed Jesus promised that his son would not die, but believing that Jesus can and will heal is not enough to save. What is it that the nobleman believed? In verse 53, found in 54, the miracle that Jesus performed was his second sign. These signs were performed that people might believe in Jesus, in the Christ, in the Son of God, that by believing they might have life. 20:31. When the Jewish nobleman realized that his son had been healed, he knew that Jesus was more than a mere mortal. The nobleman placed faith in Jesus